Hello, vlog tag, it's Monday.
It's Monday!
That wasn't creepy at all. It's Monday evening, so this video is most likely going to be late. I've been working all day on video editing, and I had an anxiety attack, and it was terrible, and Larry here dragged me out and about to go look at things around town and just kind of get out and do stuff.
Get out of the house.
Get out of the house.
Yes.
Of his house. I'll never say his house again. No, that's not true. I can't promise that. So we're just out exploring the Port of Tacoma right now, Larry and I, and
yes.
It's very pretty. So I'm just kind of make this the background of everything.
Industrial aesthetic.
So what is this view behind you, Larry?
Downtown Tacoma, as viewed here at the Osgood Wheeler Waterway.
There's a big boat. I like boats.
It's not
I want to be on a boat.
This is a medium-sized
It is
ship.
a big boat compared to my physical body.
There you go. It's a lot bigger. Unless you happen to be 800 feet long. That's what she said. Oh, so funny.
Okay, this video is definitely late because now that Larry and I have stopped hanging out and I am just coming from the grocery store, it is now well after midnight, so happy Tuesday, everyone. So what have I been up to this week? Well, I don't really remember the earlier part of this week, so we'll just start with Friday when I went to Frost Park as usual. And it was awesome, as usual. So that was how I started Friday, but then I had to get up to Seattle for Hemp Fest. See, the night before, my friend Aaron, who I know from Occupy Tacoma, asked me to come up and help out. He's working with the Green Party, and he wanted me to come help film the speech being given by the Green Party presidential candidate, Jill Stein. So I went to Hemp Fest. Hemp Fest was a blast. Despite the heat, it was a blast. And it was extremely, extremely, extremely hot, which made Hemp Fest more like Flesh Fest. Seriously, it was just a sea of scantily clad people all over the waterfront. So anyway, I went up and I recorded Jill Stein speaking.
We need to liberate cannabis right now, and we need to stop attacking the medical marijuana industry and the consumers of medical marijuana, who are not criminals, they are patients who are using a very important medical substance. And I can say this because I'm here not only as the Green Party candidate for president, but also as a medical doctor and a public health advocate.
And then I got to meet her, and I actually got to interview her. Just tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right. Even though I didn't know who she was the day before, I really enjoyed talking with her, and I was really honored to get what turned into a 20-minute interview with her. And even though I really wanted to ask a lot more things and get more in-depth, I was amazed that I got that much, considering that she had told me she probably only had 5 minutes to spare because she had to get back to her hotel and pack and get to another state entirely. So that was pretty cool. I actually sat down and interviewed a presidential candidate. Well, except for the sitting part. We didn't actually sit. It was all standing. In any case, you can see the video. There'll be a link in the doobly-doo. Go check it out. The full unedited video is up on my Adam Unedited channel, and I will hopefully be getting an edited version together soon. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. I have interviewed a presidential candidate. Awesome. On Saturday, I thought about going up to Hempfest, but what I ended up doing instead was going to the downtown Tacoma block party.
You were my first
downtown block party is something that happens every year, and unfortunately, until this year, I have not made it. See, here's the thing about it. It's one of those really, really, really wonderful events that unfortunately does not get publicized as well as it really should be. Now, I am not saying that it wasn't publicized at all. It was. But it really could have been publicized better because there were a number of us, including myself, who found out that it was happening on Friday. Now, yes, I am very certain that I had actually heard about it before that, but I didn't know when it was, and I completely forgot about it until someone brought it up the day before, unsure about when it was. So I went, and while I didn't get to go for the whole event or most of the event like I had hoped, I did manage to make it to the last few hours, which was incredible. It's a great event, and I'm kind of pissed that it only happens once a year. Everyone I was talking to there agreed that it needs to happen more often than just once a year. And then there was Sunday. Sunday started out as a little bit of a disappointment because I meant to make it up to Hempfest. I was going to see the Fun Police perform. I saw them at Wright Park Music and Art last week, as you recall. And I didn't make it because the weekend buses did not cooperate with me, and it made me sad. Oh, stuttering. That's fun. However, the day redeemed itself when I went to an occupied Tacoma General Assembly, and it was really productive, and we went into a lot of great discussion, and I really enjoyed it. So there's that. And I just spent today editing and editing and editing, and then getting hijacked to go out and hang out with Larry, and putting this video up very late. There's a police with lights behind me. So, Will and Kim, you asked 2 questions. Now, the first was, what was the favorite place I've ever been? And honestly, it's very difficult, but I'm probably gonna say Kauai. It's an island in Hawaii, and it is just gorgeous and beautiful, and I want to go there again and, like, have one of my many homes that I want to have when I'm rich and famous. I want to have a home in Kauai because it is the first hot place I could ever actually see myself living. And it's everything about it is beautiful. It's not a very touristy island compared to the others, and everything inland is state park and nature preserve. It is known as the wettest place on earth, and the rain is big and gloppy, and just, I liked it there, and I haven't been since my brother's wedding, and I want to go again. Favorite place you've ever been?
I like the hell out of the Washington and Oregon coasts.
I gotta agree with Larry. I actually probably would have picked the Oregon coast before I went to Kauai. They're honestly, as far as my favorite beaches and stuff go, the Oregon coast and Kauai are like matched for my faves. But honestly, it's an interesting question to ask because I like so many different places. I like every place I go in a different way. Although there is a big difference in places I like to go to visit and places I could see myself living. There are a lot of places I love to go. I pretty much love to go anywhere and everywhere in some respect or another. But there are fewer places I could see myself living. For instance, I went to see Bill and Heather when they lived in Las Vegas, and I enjoyed visiting it. I loved it as a visitor. I would not live there because it's hot and dry and a desert and too damn far from the ocean. Question number 2 was, who, living or dead, would I want to have dinner with? Now, I'm not entirely sure right now because I just finished reading Salmon of Doubt, the posthumous book by Douglas Adams, sort of by, compiling his writings and some of his unfinished stuff. No, not if he had a ghostwriter, literally. Yeah.
That would be awesome.
But anyway, so I would kind of want to, right now, this answer would change depending on what day you asked me, but right now I would say Douglas Adams, because the man was a friggin' genius, and I think I could be on the same wavelength with him on a number of things. But Larry, what about you? What do you think?
Oh, how do you choose this one?
I know, right?
I know exactly who I'd pick.
Who'd you pick?
I would pick my mom.
Your mom?
Mm-hmm.
Good pick.
I would pick my mom. One more dinner with her. That would be wonderful.
See, now I wish I'd picked one of my dead relatives. Now you're making me feel guilty and making me go, oh shoot. See, this is a very hard, very difficult question to answer because it's like, how do you pick just one, living or dead? If you told me living, okay, if you told me dead, that's already like centuries worth of people.
You've got several billion people to pick from.
Right.
I really want to have dinner with, Genghis Khan's nephew, Earl Khan.
It's hard. I hate this question. This is one of those.
I'd have dinner with the Buddha, and I wouldn't cook mushrooms. Oh, goals. Oh, you might get crapped on.
But yeah, anyway, that is a very difficult question. I am asked that question often. It's one of those big hypotheticals that everybody loves to ask, and I hate it. because the answer's going to be different every single time you ask me. That's all you got from me this week. I'm going to head home now with my groceries before I get questioned why I'm vlogging in an alley. Nikki, you're it. Everybody else, fare thee well.